And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio at the historical Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. CTFM, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare.
Yeah.
And guess what?
They came to visit.
That's right, it's coming to visit. And discount tire or services, bottom line. Folks, we've got a great show for you today. And by the way, if you don't already know, I mean, it's permanent, okay? Johnny Jr. here. Now, Barbara Horan, our co-host of CTF, thank you. You always bring a little laughter each morning. I wish I should have caught that. She got her finger caught
stuck
in her microphone.
On a pen. No, it's my pen.
Yeah.
My new pen.
New pen. We're going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Folks, we have a great show for you today, and at this time, where is our illustrious executive? There he is. I want to ask him if he would do our invocation, because folks, let me tell you what, we've been blessed.
Yep.
We've been blessed, and we just want to return that blessing. And Gabe, would you do the honor of doing our invocation?
Dearest Heavenly Father, we come before you today thanking you for all the glorious, glorious blessings that you've bestowed upon this community, this company, these hosts. Lord God, I ask that you be with them today and be with their words, their mannerisms. Lord God, help them to show your glory through all that's going on in our community. And we thank you for all this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen. Well, that is the signal that we always need, right? We're coming back to CTFM right here at the Texan Lobby Studio with Rose, Hayden, and Jennifer.
Yay.
They're coming. And the tea and coffee is tea. I guess it's on Tiffany. Oh, Sparky. Oh, Sparky is the lucky one today, folks. Y'all come on. Did you hear that? Come back, because we're coming back too here at the Texan Theater.
When you've got a real emergency on your hands, you need a full-service ER team on your side. And only Hunt Regional Healthcare offers complete care for emergencies. We've got emergency medicine certified physicians, trauma certified nurses, specialty surgeons, respiratory therapists, and an on-site full-service lab and imaging to help you get back to living your best life. Hunt Regional Medical Center, the right choice for complete care.
Carol Hoops and Trey Warren at C&R Floors invite you to their new location for the same quality products, service, and installation they have provided for over 20 years. C&R Floors, 2706 Highway 69 South in Greenville.
Are you tired of those big chain tire dealers giving you the runaround? Are you not getting the customer service you deserve? If not, call me and I will wrench the competition. Come see us at Discount Wheel and Tire at 4609 Wesley in Greenville. Discount Wheel and Tire, and we will get you all that you deserve.
And we are live at the Texas Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is CTFM, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me. You know, and it's brought to you each and every week. And Johnny Jr. over here is...
Sorry, I'm busy. I was trying to get them some drinks.
Okay. Oh, good. But
I wasn't really playing on my phone. I was present and absent at the same time.
Moving right along, as Henry would say, we do have our first guest on the show today. We've been acquainted with this organization for quite some time. What a big supporter they are of not only Friendly News, but Friendly Radio also. And somebody new to the camera, Jennifer Padilla. How are you doing?
Doing well.
And your position there is?
I am the Director of Service Excellence.
Service Excellence. Well, now tell us a little bit about that now. That's intriguing.
Yes. So I am over our HCAP scores, which are the Patient Satisfaction Surveys.
Okay.
Those are important to our organization. So I take all of the formal complaints. I get to do...
Hear that?
And compliments,
I'm the girl.
right? And compliments.
Yes, and compliments. We appreciate those. I also get to do the employee recognition, so that's fun. And then I was over our screener program, but we recently eliminated our screeners, and we utilized some of them to become our new valet service.
Okay, now
Yeah, so I'm over that.
what a segue. I mean, this lady is good. So, and Rose, thank you so much. We're both having. Okay, can we just talk a little bit about that, because I push it real hard on FriendlyRadio.com. By the way, that's 3 to 5. Come alive. But anyway, tell us a little bit how that came about, because I know somebody didn't wake up and say, okay, we're going to do it.
Right. So we've been looking at the valet program for many years. Of course, funding has been an issue, just so many other things that we wanted to do. But as we continue to grow, it's just such a big need. Parking is an issue for us right now. So we've just decided that it's more important for us to help out those. We don't have enough handicap parking. We had a lot of those kind of comments.
Yeah, right.
So we did a lot of research on whether we wanted to hire an outside company or whether we wanted to do it ourselves. And then we decided that, you know, we wanted to utilize those screeners in another way, and it was just the perfect time, worked out for us to go ahead and start that valet program, and it's been very successful so far.
Well, absolutely. And to make it a little clearer, I guess you might say, when a person comes there, it's at the main entrance, okay?
Right.
So they pull up, and there'll be somebody there.
That's right.
And that is from what time?
From 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
There's 2 lanes under that main entrance portico, so you'll
Right.
come under the left lane, and there's signs
Right.
above it. And there's a little valet stand on the left, and there's our valet manager, James, works Monday through Friday, and he has an assistant with him. So there's always 2 of them, and they have like an automated system. They take your information, they'll give you a ticket. And then you can text, actually, to receive your car. You can just text this number, and then they'll have your car ready for you at the front when you're ready.
And it's free.
Absolutely
And
free.
that's
No
the
tips
word.
allowed.
That was next. That
Yes.
was right next.
Absolutely free. Complimentary. Yeah, we took on
they
that
take
cost.
tips?
No
They
tips
what?
allowed. It's
No
just
tips allowed. Just
yeah.
making sure.
No.
Sometimes they, offset.
Right.
Well, we understand that at the hospital, 4215 Joe Ramsey Boulevard, we know, especially with the expansion construction, that parking is limited.
Right.
So this is a great way for us to be able to help those that need a little assistance, or even those that say, you know what, I just come here on a regular basis and I want to utilize that valet parking. So
Right.
it's available
For everyone.
and it for
Well-
everybody,
Do
whether
they
you're a
offer
patient.
information too? Like, I don't know where to go.
Yes. yes.
I'm coming to the hospital,
Right.
but
Yes.
Yes,
And that's a
it's-
huge advantage of using the screeners is for 2 years they've been able to direct people and tell them where to go. And then of course, inside the front doors of the hospital, Hunt Regional Medical Center, there are volunteers. And Jennifer wants to talk about how to get more volunteers.
are they
Yes.
the Pink Ladies or they changed their names?
So, no, they were previously called Pink Ladies.
Right.
You know,
I
and
just
then-
remember that my
Pink
mom
The
Ladies.
auxiliary,
Yeah.
right? The
Right.
auxiliary.
Yeah.
Right. And we do still have some auxiliary Pink Ladies over in Commerce.
Okay.
And yeah, they are still active, working at the bargain box there. So they could use more volunteers as well, but I am actively seeking volunteers for Hunt Regional in Greenville. We are calling them just Hunt Regional Volunteers, and we've changed to purple vests instead of pink. We have some gentlemen
Purple.
working with us, and I don't know how much better that is than pink for them, but they look very nice in their purple. So yes, we need many volunteers. We have several, but we are looking for more.
What kind of
So,
commitment is it?
you choose your hours. Right now it's Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 are the hours that we have for volunteers. You can do as little as 2 hours. You know, you can do 1 day a week. You can do every other week. Whenever you choose, there's no limitation there.
Thoughts of weekends? The reason I ask is I've been to hospitals if you're
Right.
in ICU for
Right.
3 weeks, you're there when the hospital's basically empty.
Right.
And getting food, it
Right.
can become, now Uber Eats helps, but it was kind of crazy for some of the times I'd been in the hospital with other people
Right.
trying to find, and if I was used to using valet, then I pull up on Saturday and go, No. Okay, where do I go?
One thing you do find is on the weekend, there's a lot less cars.
Well, yeah.
So parking is a little easier to find on the weekend. And that may be something we expand to, is to have volunteers and valet on the weekend. But, you know, we're obviously dipping our toe into it and committing, and we want to make a very good show and very good effort. Do a great job with this right now. We expand.
Oh, yeah. And it's, you know, and I look at it, the whole spectrum is part of what the tagline is.
Doing more with more, because our patients deserve nothing
more.
less.
That's an awesome time. And when I hear that, I've been thinking, you know what? It does. It means a lot. And so here we have valet parking. So you know, I haven't eaten there. Is the cafeteria? Is it open for lunch?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so. You can go valet park and it's an awesome place to have lunch.
That's right.
I'm
I've heard
telling
lots of good things about
Oh yeah, it's good. It's really
best
good.
salad bar in town.
It is.
One thing to know about the cafeteria is between the hours of 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. they actually close the cafeteria. That allows them to change from breakfast to lunch, to do cleaning, to allow some staff to have their lunch at that time. And so we do, of course, have vending machines 24/7. We have Code Brew, which you know about that, is a coffee shop. And that is open from 7 a.m. to 3. So we do try to have options for visitors and patients and guests.
Excellent. You know, and not to get off the subject of what we're talking about, but your organization, I say, is very involved, has been from day one, with an event that's fixing to happen tomorrow evening at 6:30. Could you say, and what is going to be, I guess,
unveiled.
Unveiled.
Well,
Sure. So we call this the kickoff. So Bras for the Cause is a wonderful event. It is hosted by our foundation, Hunt's Regional Healthcare Foundation. And they actually have several parts to this main event that happens in October. The first is a kickoff, and the kickoff is tomorrow night, Thursday at 6:30 at Landon's. And what you'll find downtown Greenville, they'll have the new Tubby, which is the new mammography coach. So Bras for the Cause has done a wonderful job, really fundraising and doing all of those efforts to pay for a mammography coach that is very expensive, but wonderful. It is state-of-the-art. 3D mammograms and bone density. So you'll see that tomorrow night. They'll show you. You can take tours of it. They'll also unveil the new theme. So every year, Bras for the Cause has a new theme. And this year's theme will be revealed tomorrow night. I knew you thought I was going to say, but I'm not going to say. But we encourage everybody to make a bra, and the theme kind of helps keep you on point. And then the bras are free to enter. And then remember, the money is raised through sponsorships, but also $1 per vote. So that is the main
It is such a fun time.
Oh, it is. It's like a party.
It is like a party. It is like a party. Like
You are exactly right.
And the big deal, I think the big deal, it all stays, all the money is, it's for your neighbors, your friends. You think women, the men too.
Yes.
It's stays right here in Hunt County.
It does, and it's not just for breast cancer, it's for all kinds of cancer, and we know cancer is a huge issue. It touches all of us. We all know someone who has cancer, and so every year they look at ways to provide more benefits back to the community. This year, they hope with a really good year, they'll be able to pay off that final balance.
I think
for the mammography coach.
It's inevitable. It'll happen.
It is
It'll
so
happen.
pretty.
It's such a
You should come
magical
see it.
event.
Yeah.
Magical event.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I sold Girl Scout cookies for 50 cents a box and I couldn't sell them. Nobody wanted my cookies. But in one night, sort of, sponsors out a little bit, but mostly in one night, we raised over $100,000, which is, to me, amazing for a nonprofit.
It is.
It's incredible.
And it's really the community.
The community,
right? You know
that was what I was, it's just a wonderful
amazing. Amazing how much they just reach through and give to, like you said, their neighbors, their family. So we appreciate it.
Jennifer,
Yes.
so nice to meet you and being part of Hunt Regional. And Rose, thank you. You always bring that excitement when you.
And I guess I should say, if you want to know more about how to volunteer,
Right.
you go to our website, huntregional.org. You go up to the top, it'll say careers. You click on that, there's actually a link for volunteers, and it's a real short little form. Jennifer will get back to you.
Yes.
We do hope that we have more volunteers. We'd love to see people back in the hospital.
This community helps. So, all right, folks, we are coming back with a guy that, you know what? I've never seen a guy hit a golf ball as long as he can do it. But Parks and Recreation, Bo Hartline is coming, and he has a guest. He does. Well, Bo's always got a guest. But we're coming back, CTFM right here at the Texan Lobby Studio, and the T is on Sparky.
Yep.
Y'all come back with us.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running, and backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio in downtown Greenville, Texas. That's right. And we are here, CTFM, Coffee, Tea, Friendly Me, is brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare. And by the way, they being Jennifer and Rose, gave a lot of great information about valet parking.
Yeah.
That was really good. And we have also a big supporter of Friendly News and Friendly CTFM, and that is Discount Wheel and Tire, where service is the bottom line. Folks, to my right is a couple of guys. Now, one of them I've known for a few years. But Skylar, thank you for coming out today. Bo Hartline, how are you been?
Doing great.
Good. And Parks and Recreation over this past year has really stepped up to the plate and provided a lot of good entertainment, a lot of activities for this community and the children and adults. So thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Yeah, they've really grown since I've been here. You know, been here since '78, and see the parks, the golf, and everything in town grow like it's grown. And it's amazing what it's done. Even Barbara's contributed to this. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I call this the jewel of Upper East Texas.
yeah.
But Bo, I know that you've been associated with one part of Parks and Recreation, that is Wright Park.
Wright Park.
And you're the golf pro still there?
Yes, sir.
You've been a golf. You've been there for a few years.
45 something years.
Right. Yeah. And I was going to tell a quick little short story, and then we're going to talk to Skylar. But I remember when the course was completed.
Yes, sir.
And Jimmy Dickey, I was with GEUS at the time, had a temporary leave from radio.
You took a video of that.
Yeah.
We played golf on the hole. You sure did.
He got up there. He's friendly. Are you going to film this? And I said, yeah. He's all right.
Sure did.
Yeah. He said, this is really cool. And I said, Bo, this place is. And we were just talking. And I said, what club you have? And he said, oh, I got this. And he hauled off and hit that ball, and it went and it went. And it went, and he goes, Friendly, I think you ought to do a lot of filming around here. I think that's the longest ball I ever hit.
Yeah.
But that course is just part of what Greenville offers to its community. Skylar, what are your position now at Parks and Recs? What do you do?
Underneath Bo right now.
You're underneath Bo. So, well, what a mentor to have.
Yeah.
Really, seriously, because this community has a lot of individuals that have a passion for what they do in the
Yeah.
community, and he's one of them. And there's, you know, and then this one, here's another.
Yeah.
I mean, born and raised here, you know, she
Oh, yeah.
has
Yeah, because
contributed.
that's the new park.
Right.
I know there's a bunch of new parks since then.
Yeah,
But
right, yes, ma'am.
it's just, we had 2 parks
Right.
growing up.
Too.
Yeah,
The old park
yeah,
over here on this side of
Graham
town, and the new park,
Park.
which is that park. That's all I didn't really call it Wright Park.
Yeah.
It was just the new park.
yeah, with just what they call it, well, it's actually a neighborhood park, is kind
Oh,
of
is it?
what it started out.
Wright Park was.
Yeah.
Neighborhood.
Yeah, because when I first came here, there was gophers running around the golf course. I mean, you played around a park. You actually played golf around the park. It was crazy. I didn't, you know, nowadays lawsuits would be plenty, but that's how it was back then.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Well, I was talking to somebody this morning in the lobby about, we came here in '87, left and came back in '94, but I've seen it just blossom into what it is today. And I'm serious about when I say this is one of the most giving communities that I've been associated with. And I've lived all over the United States, in different states and different from northeast. But Parks and Recreation again has stepped up to the bat this past season, I guess the first season with the park pop-ups. Yeah. Which was awesome. That was awesome. So Skylar, and your mentor, you might say, what you have a particular interest? What do you like best about what you're doing?
I like it all. I like being around the golf course, talking to new people, building new friendships around the course too.
And I guess that'd be a crazy question to ask, do you play golf?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I want to tell you, there are some people say,
well, yeah.
Well, yeah. But, well, good, excellent. The course, I haven't played it in a long time.
Really great show.
Long time. But the first time I played Wright Park, I played it with Gary Bowers.
Wow.
Okay. And before we started, he said, how many golf balls do you have? And I said, well, I've got. He says, no, how many do you have? And I opened my bag, and he goes, wait a minute. He just reached in and got a big handful and put over here and a big handful of pool. I said, what are you doing? He said, you'll see. Yeah. Guess what? When I got through, ain't no balls left. Because I'm not a golfer, I'm a duffer.
No.
All right.
But our Parks and Recreation has really stepped it up in Greenville, I really think. And I just would really like to encourage people also that the function we have, the food trucks and stuff, people come use them there.
Yeah, and you know, there was a time in Greenville that, you know, you couldn't have food trucks. No. But, you know, it's like everything else. It gradually gets better and better.
And better.
So, yeah.
Hey, if you keep putting it out there, it'll take off. It'll keep going. Barbara knows that from this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, this lady.
Perseverance.
Huh?
Yeah.
Perseverance.
And persistence.
Perseverance.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Perseverance and persistence. And that's what Napoleon Hill says, persistence does not recognize failure.
Right.
And that's a prime example. And our Parks and Recreation. Bo, what is tournament-wise, are there some more tournaments coming up?
We do a Tuesday tournament every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. and it's open to the public. And we play 18 holes, and then we do a scramble where everybody tees off, take the best shot, and they all take the next best shot till it's holed out. And then on Thursday we do a shamble, which everybody tees off, and then take the 2 best balls in the group and you play your own ball. Kind of get help on the driver, and we do that every Thursday. And the rest of the time, we're just busy. I mean, there's just a lot of golfers. Most typically on a course, a public course, you don't want to close it on the weekends because you have so many people, drive in and come in out of town. And you come in and you have 2 or 3 tournaments, and then they quit coming.
Right.
So you got to watch. There's a fine line you don't want to step on.
And you said something that caught me. It's free to the public?
Yes, sir.
And okay, so I want to get you in touch or somebody in touch with Sparky because we need that information on Friendly Radio especially. But I'm excited.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a golfer, so I'm going to ask some probably stupid questions.
No.
Are there clubs to rent?
We have clubs.
I mean, if somebody who didn't know
about golf, we'll take care of them.
They'll help them out.
We'll
and
take
to
care
get a tee time, do you have to
we don't really
come
do tee
and
times.
wait?
It's hard to do tee times on a 9-hole. It's just kind of first come, first serve. But We're really excited. We got some new mowers coming in that kind of been on back order. We've got a fleet of golf carts that should be in any
Nice.
probably
Nice.
next month. So we got a lot going on out there. The course is really great. I know everybody's been in a drought. We do recycle wastewater, so we've had plenty of water, and we really watered
Nice.
it a lot.
Well, that's quite an organization, you might say,
Yeah.
to know that it's available to the public.
Sure.
Now, when you come and play, there's a fee,
Yes.
a fee, and there's a cart fee, I
Yes.
mean, it's like it's a golf course.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And do you have any senior days? Or do
Yes,
you-
sir.
okay.
We have senior day every day. It's
Senior-
$10 green fee.
You hear that?
If you're-
Hear that? Hear that, seniors?
If you're a senior, you can play at $10 a day. Then our carts are $9.50 for 9 holes if you just want to play 9, or it's $15 for 18 holes. And then your regular green fee for young people like me and you is $15.
Oh, well, that's another $5. That's good. All right,
Yeah.
all
I was
right.
going to
But-
say, who's a senior?
Our-
I'm guessing there's only one up here that's not.
The
There's one.
thing about it is we keep the prices, I think, low enough that we get a lot of play, but we don't run off play. And
Right.
that's the fine line and fixing your green fees and setting the rates is because it's like a cheeseburger. You don't want to charge $20 for a cheeseburger when,
Oh, yeah.
if you can make money at 10.
So do you have a greens person that takes care of the greens?
Yes, I've got Rodney Poteet that takes care of the greens out there with me. I've got Randy that, I keep saying I'm retiring this year because I think they're retiring, and they've been my bread and butter for a long time.
Yeah.
And they're hard to beat. Got a
Well-
lot of extra help. I got a lot of help at volunteers. I mean, but you can't run it without volunteers.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of places can do a lot of stuff, but man, golf courses you have to have a lot of friends. Have to call on a lot of friends. You can't always afford fertilizer, but you can bug them till they'll give you some. So.
Well, again, I haven't played the course in a while, but when I did, I played it a couple of times, but it was always back in my mind, wow, this is pretty good. This is our course.
Yeah.
This is our course.
Yeah.
It's not like some
World class.
world class.
Well, we've got, and people don't know this, a lot in the Dallas Morning News this year. If people read the Dallas Morning News, they do a golf course deal, and Greenville has 2 9-hole courses in the top 25 in the state of Texas. Hunt County has 3 9-hole courses in the top 25 in the state
Wow.
of Texas. So our area
Wow.
is pretty popular
Nice.
with the golf and recognition. That I'm really proud of. That you work hard for that and to get recognized by the Dallas Morning News.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that is a clap. So, well, Bo and Skylar, are we headed? Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Appreciate having us. Barbara,
Yeah.
I want to thank you, man. You have done a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're coming back to CTF. Who's
Haiti Spencer and my baby.
yes.
And my baby's
She's
coming on
coming.
TV.
Roy City is here. Roy City is here. Now, y'all come back. CTFM right here at Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. And remember, the tea is on Sparky. Y'all come back.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio at the historic Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. CTFM, coffee, tea, friendly, and Gabe. And
Yes.
we are brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare. They visited us today.
It was nice to see them.
And we also have one that, by the way, y'all keep Jeff Willingham in your prayers. He's still not, he's going to have to go have some surgery. So that is at Discount Tire, where service is the bottom line, and Tuesday is Ladies' Day at Valet Express, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to let you introduce the little four-legged guest that always comes in and
To visit me, Winnie.
to visit. Yeah, you're right. So it's
And
you.
Haiti.
Yes.
Well, they come as a set.
Okay. Yeah.
We're a team.
We're a team. We're a team. So how are you?
I'm doing great.
And
Yourself?
Laura, how are you?
I'm great.
And this one needs no introduction. It needs no introduction. So,
Miss Winnie.
Miss Winnie, and you are involved in a program with Sparky, and but I don't know if we're going to be talking about that today. But the Veterans Program is coming up in November.
Correct.
And I want everybody to remember, if you have a veteran friend, if you know a veteran, please get in touch with Sparky or Dave. Right there. So what are we chatting about today?
Today we're going to be talking about September. September is Suicide Awareness Month, and it impacts everybody.
23?
I'm sorry?
Is it still 23? Isn't it 23 a day? 22?
Is that 22 veterans? That
22.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
22 veterans a day.
A day, which is
Right.
That means that's almost 660 a month, which is almost 7,000 a year.
Yeah,
on
and
veteran
it's a
suicide.
huge number.
Right, and those are
Right.
the numbers that we know that are reporting
Right.
to the VA.
Right.
But we would like to, Roy City American Legion wants to bring suicide awareness to the forefront. So Miss Lori and I got together and we want to talk about that. It's not just veterans. Let me read to you, if I made the statistics so I get it right. In Texas alone, we had 514 suicide. And this fact blew me away. At 75 years old and older, we had 100 veteran suicide, which that was a new number to me. And overall in Texas, total suicide, 3,710.
A day?
A year.
A year.
A year?
A year. And the national suicide is 45,000 plus.
Wow.
And it's been increasing. So these statistics are only from 2019. Can you imagine what 2020 was when
I was
they
going to say,
finally
that's
came out?
pre-COVID.
Yeah,
So that's not stuck
yeah.
at home, that's not.
Those statistics are probably just outrageous.
Yes.
And suicide is the second leading cause of death in young people between the ages of 10 and 24 years old.
Yeah, I had a friend whose son went
Yes.
into inpatient treatment, and her question was, how does an 8-year-old want to hurt themselves? How do they get there?
Yeah.
And it's a hard thing to see.
It amazes me is that suicide is an exit, you might say, but there has got to be now more than any time in our whole life. These individuals needed someone to talk to them about God and what God can do for them at that particular. Because we have our guest today on Friendly Live is a prime example, not for suicide, of what can happen if you're that low in life and you know nothing else to do. At least just open your mouth and say, God, I need help. And so some of these individuals could have been saved, you might say, if somebody had approached them about talking and know that they're not alone. They don't do this alone.
You know, as a veteran, you hear the stories and you actually meet some of your veterans. that, you know, we don't talk about it.
No.
It is not something that
No.
is encouraged back in the day. That they're trying to break that
Right.
stigma.
Right.
It's okay not to be okay. You know, so, but it's still hard, especially on the rate for suicide for men. In Texas, it was 472 men committed suicide compared to the 42 women. We women can reach out for support. It's a little bit easier for us. But the men, they're just taught to be strong, to be brave. Even recently, not too long ago, a veteran was found in Hunt County off a dirt road who committed suicide in a truck. The second day of school in Royce City, there was an attempted suicide by a high school student.
God.
It's a heartbreaker.
But that's what September is all about. It's awareness. And as community members, people, we can help others who are struggling. And it's asking them and not being afraid to ask them, are you struggling? Do you have thoughts of suicide? Just because you ask them, do you have thoughts of suicide, doesn't mean you're putting the ideal in their head.
Right.
Give them opportunity to talk. I mean, that's the number one thing, is opportunity to feel a connection.
I was just say not necessarily asking them, but talking about your own struggles to get them to talk, because they feel alone, and then if I start talking to them, then they think that, oh, she's attacking me. She's, you know, because they're already here. And when I say, hey, I struggle too. This is where I am.
And it opens the conversation.
Right.
And one of the things that they had, they instituted a new number, 988.
Nice.
That's all you have to remember. It is the Suicide Crisis Lifeline number. So
National?
National. You know, kind of like 911.
Right.
So there was a bill, it started, I think, a couple years ago. It's 988. There is hope. Don't give up. And if I may, you know, some of the statements are out there is, your story isn't over. You are not alone. You matter. And sometimes when you get to that point and that darkness hits you, you feel like you're alone.
Oh,
you hear that from the veterans.
Sure.
You hear that from the kids because, you know, life is tough out there, and the pandemic has really increased that.
Yes, absolutely.
And
So
there's a
that
lot of-
988 is a national hotline that doesn't
sir.
necessarily, it does not, for veterans, anybody.
Anybody, so for veterans, it's 988, press 1.
Press
And for
1.
all others, it'll guide you. And it's 24/7, it's free, and most importantly, it is confidential.
And there's a lot of resources even here in Hunt County for professional services, counseling services. You know, Friendly mentioned, you know, even our churches. I mean, there are services here to help people.
I can call CASA.
And well, no, don't call CASA. We are not service providers. But what we see in the children we serve are the children in foster care who have experienced trauma.
Oh, yeah.
They're children in crisis. And so that is something we train our CASA volunteers to watch for in these children, to be able to advocate for them for some mental health services. We have had children, of course, that we serve here in Hunt County say, I want to just kill myself. And so we train our volunteers, then what do you do?
Well, it's hard to see. You see roadblocks. It seems like we're trained to see obstacles, not to get over, not like we're on not a steeple race. What are the
Obstacle course?
No, the races that with the
steeplechase?
No, that's what I said. Steeple.
Hurdles.
Hurdles. Thank
Hurdles.
you.
Thank you.
We don't see it as a hurdle. We see it as a wall to
Right.
stop me. And
Right.
it's this is, there are ways to get over it. There's ways to get around it. There's even ways to bust it up if you really work on it.
Yeah.
You know, but we have to find the resources to do that. So
Right.
988 gets you resources, or just get somebody to talk to?
It gets you help, it gets you resources as well. And Sparky, I gave her a flyer. There's several organizations out there that have resources for you. They tell you how to reach out for support. There's even apps out there for suicide awareness as well. And there's one app, if I may recognize, it's Calm, and they have meditation. That's very helpful. They also have music, exercise. You know, it's just media out there is really amazing. The apps that are out there to help you to breathe, to focus. And you know, self-care is really a big thing for people, for actually it's for anybody. The more self-care you have, it equates to your mental health.
Absolutely, and that's a whole another issue, that mental health, you know, and it's all of you know, but the young people part of it is so sad. It's so sad, these children, that's just high school.
Well, and we even see it in the LGBTQ community, and there's a specific hotline and the Trevor Project for that.
Right.
I mean, there's so much help out there that one individual just needs to be guided compassionately to that resource.
Right.
Right.
I think they'd be surprised to know that we all fall into those pieces. They look at somebody who is out there and find out that that person has feelings too, struggles, sometimes on a daily basis to get out of bed.
Right. I mean, you look at the celebrities who have committed suicide, and,
Right.
and these
Oh, yeah.
folks are well known,
Yeah.
they're popular,
They've
they're
got money.
famous.
Some people seem to think,
Right.
if I just had money,
Just had money.
doesn't
Just-
necessarily
yeah.
fix
No,
it.
no,
It
you're right.
impacts all walks of life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter race, ethnic, veteran, child. We're all impacted by that. And one of the things that they talk about is to be in nature. Well, you know, today we're so much on social media, especially our youth, that they don't get to go outside, or they choose not to be inside. Keeping up with entertainment sometimes has more of an importance than being out in nature, because we all know God is out in nature, whether you believe it or not.
Right.
That's not our debate, but being out in nature brings you closer. You're breathing, you're out there seeing life for what it is. There's so much out there. And just to ask for help, we
Right.
have to get past that step.
Well, and like you said, you don't have to do it alone. You don't have
Correct.
to do it alone. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the hard work that you're doing, you've done, and Lord, at your organization. Again, there is so much help, and all you have to do is ask for it.
Right. And also the use of your animals. Great therapy.
All righty. We are coming back to CTFM
Yay.
with Barbara Horan as our co-host right here at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Y'all come back with us.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio at the historical Texan Theater, downtown Greenville, Texas. We do this every Wednesday. It is CTFM, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me, brought to you by Discount Wheel and Tire. We always want to do that. That's fun. And Valet Express and Hunt Regional Healthcare, two organizations that, you know, really, really do support us. And by the way, our permanent co-host,
thank you.
as long as the theater's going to be here.
Well, and they can come visit us. They don't have to just watch us. They can find out what happens during those commercials when we switch over.
And that's fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun.
You know,
I enjoy seeing that part.
so you can come watch us.
We're doing school today.
Yes.
Hey, that actually, y'all should come. Y'all should bring them to.
Oh, that would be a great field trip.
Yeah.
And our guest, it's our last guest today, is Sarah Hummons. How are you?
I'm good.
And
a little nervous.
We're going to be talking. We're going to talk about education a little bit. Okay. Homeschool, okay?
Yes.
If you will.
I've been a homeschooler for, let's see, my oldest is going into his junior year of high school, and we started from the get-go. And I have 4 boys. So I have a junior in high school and a freshman. And then my 11-year-old twins are sitting off stage here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So they came this morning to check everything out. And we moved to Greenville 7 years ago, back when the gas prices were $4 a gallon. Y'all remember that? Not this recent time.
Right.
My husband worked in the oil and gas industry, and everyone got laid off when the prices actually fell.
Right.
And so, you know, the only place hiring was L3, and so here we are.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was a true blessing for our family because we wanted to get out of the suburbs and out to the country, and Greenville has just been such a great place.
Isn't it?
I think it's kind of has a lot of both.
Yes.
We have a bit like the theater that are on, or we can go to Dallas, but you know, we don't have to. We can do things here. We can have fun here.
I mean, the Dallas Orchestra comes out here, and you've got a great facility here. So there's enough of the, culture that we're not completely in the sticks. So
not quite as much traffic.
No.
Right.
No, not quite as much.
And I think not as much flooding this week.
No.
True.
Oh, pray for those people in Dallas. Man.
Yeah.
Yes. But when I moved up here, we didn't know anyone. And my family were all very outgoing and boisterous, and we needed people. And so I slowly but surely at church, some of the homeschoolers there said, "Oh, you should join Chefs." And I'm like, "Is that a cooking club?"
I saw that. I thought, are we going to have a chef today? Oh, right. And I read it, yeah.
But, you know, it stands for Christian Home Educator, Family and Support and Encouragement. And so we joined that group, and it's just a social group for homeschoolers. We're the fun part. You know, we don't do a co-op like classes, although we can help you find those people because you can't homeschool by yourself forever. You need people, just like anything. So anyway, long story short, we joined Chefs, and I got involved in the program. It is a nonprofit, and over the years, I've served on the board, and then this last year, our president stepped down, and it's now my turn to head it up. So we're looking forward. We have a lot of great events coming up. If you are a new homeschooler in the area, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock at the Splash Pad, we're having popsicles in the park. Come on out, meet some people. And we try and schedule a lot of good teen events.
So that's for everybody? So, I mean, it's not like you send your kids and go off and do shopping.
Right. This would be go ahead and stay because we'll have smaller kids. Our teen events, however, are drop-offs because, you know, part of homeschooling is teaching your kids to go out into the world and to leave your home. That's the whole point. So the teen events are drop-off. We are a membership group. It's $25 for the whole year. And that membership allows us to have a website, to use PayPal, all those, you know, just the business side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And, you know, we used to run just everything off Facebook, but it got a little squirrely with, you know, collecting money for field trips. So we went ahead and...
I remember some of that.
We got legit. You know, we are a nonprofit, 401c nonprofit now.
Right.
So, but it's a volunteer organization, you know, and so we plan events. And if you're in our group and you want to host an event, we're more than happy to have you. So.
Well, it sounds exciting, and it's a challenge. I know it's a challenge. And my question is, when you decided to do this, I know that you have the support of your husband, and the people around you. When you started this, did you find it people like you're going to do what?
If you homeschool, you will have some person in your life have that reaction. Why would you not?
Yeah.
Or why, and in fact, the year my son was going to start kindergarten, I had the twins. And we had already made the decision, though, to homeschool. And so people thought I was a little crazy. Why don't you just send him to kindergarten? It would be more trouble to get out of the house. Right. And not to mention, we were in the suburbs of Houston, right. So there are other issues there. But and so, yeah, you have to kind of grow a thick skin as a homeschooler. Anytime you do something that's countercultural, right, you have to know your reasons for doing it, believe in those reasons, and just have faith in God that it's going to work out.
Right. I think I was a bit of a hybrid because, when you go to the store and you pick out toys or whatever, sometimes on a Saturday, you chill the kids, get them a toy. I got workbooks.
Oh.
So I was doing, for fun, workbooks at home. Yeah. My parents encouraged it.
If you enjoyed it, why not?
Yeah. And so I was they would help me if I needed help, but I went to public school.
Right.
But I did a ton of extra work that I just...
But you said something, Sarah, I don't know if you caught it or not, her parents encouraged her.
Yes.
Now I'm preaching to the choir right now, but that is one of the more important things that a child needs to have. Mm-hmm. They need that. What is your educational background?
Well, I was public schooled myself, and I actually enjoyed my public school. I grew up in the country outside of Houston, but it was a wealthy school district, so we had Apple computers when they first came out. And I did grow up in a good school district. It was more for us the decision to homeschool. Then I went off to college. I was a legal assistant for several years. I worked in the legal field and got married. And once we had children, it really hit home that God has given me these children, and my responsibility is to raise them into functioning, Christ-serving adults.
Right. And
how is the best way to do that? And for my family, because homeschooling is a very personal decision.
Oh, yeah.
Was to homeschool. To me, it was the easiest way to do this. And so that's how I got started, and I read a lot of philosophy about education. That is what, if new homeschoolers, you do have to do some homework.
Oh, yeah.
As a mom, mostly, you've got to read about education. You need to understand your children and help them with their learning disabilities, or gifted children need more of a challenge. So
I was one of those, obviously, from what I've said.
Yeah, right.
And I frustrated my teachers.
Yes.
Because what do you do with a child who is finished with their homework that was supposed to last an hour
and
in 5 minutes?
More.
Right.
Needs something else to do because they're going to sit in class and not. But on the Christian side of it, as an adult, I found out some of my classmates have said things that my siblings and I did. Like, one of them was actually at church. They're the ones that brought their Bibles to church. Mm-hmm. You mean not everybody brings their Bible to church? Those kind of things. And I've had as an adult, students who said, yeah, when you were in like 4th grade, I saw what you did. And that scares me because people watch us. And if we're in public school and we're different than other people, it does make an impact.
It does.
So it's not just that we have to pull out, but it is a personal decision.
Yes.
Stay home, be at school. Being different at school can be really hard, though, which could lead us back to the one we had a few minutes ago of the suicide.
It can. And there's all kinds. The point is to educate the children.
Right.
And for different families, that can look like some of your children homeschool and one goes to public school because the public school has what that child needs.
The resources.
There are now hybrid schools like the Depot that just got started. I believe it's not a hybrid. It's a full. But it's private schools. There's hybrid schools. There's pod schools now.
Right.
Their education is slowly changing, and so find what works for your family and what's worked for your children for them to be successful.
And it's all about the child.
Yes.
Because if a child grows up not knowing anything, guess what? They're not going to be doing anything.
Right.
But what you're doing is a lot of parents are doing it. And, husband and wife. And
Yes.
and in your case, it's just you. And again, being a nonprofit, a nonprofit, you will accept donations.
Oh, well.
Yes, yes.
Well, that's.
But what I'm saying is, you have a responsibility not only to your children, but you have a responsibility as a teacher, not only of education, but of also you're witnessing for our Savior. That's what you're all about. So
Yes, and
that's awesome.
we
That's
are
awesome.
volunteer. And like as
Right.
far as donations, one of the biggest needs we have actually as homeschoolers is like Barbara. She will let us use the Texan for
Right.
our events because we would never be able to afford a facility like this.
She's wonderful to do that.
She
Oh,
is.
yeah. She is. Good.
And we have several churches in the area that have extended their buildings to us. We need more though. We'd be surprised a lot of businesses or churches are not open to just letting us have a meeting at their building. So if you do have a facility, help the homeschoolers out.
I know some of that happened, like, I was open quite a bit because we clean all the time during COVID, but a lot of the people that came here during COVID would normally have gone to a school, but because of the cleaning situation and bringing in germs, they weren't able, and so they came here.
Yeah.
But to bring it back to chefs, I remember when they were first starting homeschools that I knew of when I was young, it was, oh, you're going to not be socialized. You're not going to be. So the nice thing about chefs, well, because if you stay home all the time, you're with your parents and your siblings, and
Right, and people do wonder about that.
And this helps that social piece.
Okay.
It does.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to do a short break and come back with a surprise.
I don't know.
CTFM, Texan Theater Lobby Studio. Come back with us.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio at the historical Texan Theater, downtown Greenville, Texas. CTFM, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me. Brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare and...
Do you mind if I do it?
No, go.
Discount.
Hey, Jeff. He did it, Jeff. He did it. Before we do anything, I just want to thank Haiti for this pen that she penned me.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, you got it's
Awareness.
September is Suicide Awareness Month. So thank you. Thank you so much.
It's the one that could grab my finger.
Right.
Oh no.
Right. And we're so looking forward to November and a phenomenal veteran show here at
Yes.
the Texan Theater. So, and you have something.
Yeah. So, you know, 90% of our audience probably goes to McDonald's. You've all met Yadira. Yadira is amazing. You come through the drive-through and she asks you about your children, your house, how is your life doing? You know, she engages with you and brings out what makes that day amazing. She was recognized by McDonald's, all of the McDonald's period, right? She was recognized for her great customer service, and just like from her Facebook page, she says, "I just like to make people happy and put a smile on your face because you never know what you're going through." She just wants to make you feel special, gorgeous, a sweetheart, mi amor, papi, inspiring, devoted, dedicated. That's what she is. She is dedicated to not only her job but to this community, and she's not the Barbara Harans or the she doesn't own her own business. She works down in the trenches for McDonald's. She's not oh man, the mayor. She's
Right.
not
Yeah.
the Hunt County judge. She doesn't have a position of prominence. She's a customer service rep over at McDonald's.
And does
So
it well.
if you get the chance, please go to, if you are going to McDonald's, I'm not going to shove you to McDonald's. If you are going to McDonald's, search her out and say congratulations and thank her for being such an awesome
See,
customer service rep.
all parts of the body are important.
Absolutely.
We got mouthpieces and eyes, but if we didn't have the hearts and livers and
Right.
all those other pieces inside that we can't see, we would be falling apart.
All right, we've got to go. We have Bill Sibley.
You tell me.
Bill Sibley. No, Bill Sibley is going to have an awesome show here at Texan Theater at noon, and it's free. Y'all come back with us next Wednesday for CTFM, and remember, keep it in your boot.
And we're